Hi, I'm Jen Uren with More Mommy Moments, and today I'm going to share with you how to use Plan to Eat to plan out your meals and your menu. So this is your menu, and you can look at it at a month at a time or a week at a time. I prefer to look at it at a month at a time. And it's always going to show you today. Today is there. That's your starting point. In the month at a time, you can scroll back so you'll see that August 1st was on a Saturday, so I can still see what happened at the end of July. And then that would be the same at the end of the month. I'd be able to see a few days into September as well. Now, I like to plan about 8 to 10 days at a time so that whatever day I'm on, I always have a day or two overlap when I go to plan. So I tend to do my planning on a Saturday or a Sunday, and then I try to plan out to the following Monday or Tuesday so that I have some buffer. So let me show you a few things about planning the meals. You have the option to plan everything if you would like: breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. You can make notes here as well. Also, within this, if you go to Plus, you'll see that you have a couple of options where you can add an ingredient or you can simply add a note. So, for example, if I know that for dinner on Tuesday, we are going to have leftovers because I have an abundance of food, I will simply make a note that we're having leftovers that evening. And you'll see that that shows up as a grayed out item. Now let's say I know that we're having leftovers, but I also would like to make corn on the cob to go along with what we're having just to round out the dinner. I can go in and add that single ingredient here. And that's going to show up as if it is a planned dinner. So the color difference is this. The grayed items will not show up on your shopping list, but the meal items that are in green for dinner, and it's a different color for lunch and breakfast and snack, those will show up on your shopping list. So that's one way that you can add meals. Another way that you can add meals is to go over here to the side where you have your queue or your recipes, and you can just start to drop and drag some things over. So, excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold today. So one of the things that my family likes, they love chicken curry. So I'm going to drag that over here, but I'm going to go ahead and look at this recipe because I happen to know that we're going to have my in-laws with us that evening. So I'm going to double this amount right there. That is going to change how much shows up on the shopping list, and I don't have to think about it later. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and view this recipe because I can't remember whether this includes the rice or not, and it does not. So I know that I want to have rice with this meal. So I'm going to add that here as an ingredient. And this is how you plan your meals, and you can go on and on like this. Then you have the option to print it out if you want. If you want to post this on the refrigerator, you can print however you want it to look. You can print the month view. You can print the week view. You can also tell it to go ahead and print the recipes that go with what you're looking at. That could be a real time saver depending on how you function. If you like to have it printed in front of you, then there you go. There they are. But you don't have to print anything. They can stay right here. I want to show you another little hack. If you're not sure what the recipe is, you can come over here and start typing in and hit return. So I knew it was something with black beans, but I wasn't sure what it was with black beans. So here gives me everything that I need to pull up that has black bean as an ingredient in the name of it. This is a great way to look for something that you can't think of the name off the top of your head. The other thing I wanted to show you was I have created a recipe for my weekly staples. And so this is a planning hack that I've come up with. I've created this weekly staples recipe. And if you click on it, you can see that I try every week to make sure that we have sandwich bread, onions, peanuts, peanut butter. And then these are things that I check, ketchup, steak sauce, dressings. I check to see if I have a backup in the pantry or not. We usually keep a spare so that when we empty the one in the refrigerator, we pull one out of the pantry. This is where I'm checking to see if I need to replenish the one in the pantry. So I've come up with this list, and so you can come up with your own list. You can add to it, but by making a weekly staples recipe, now you can just drag that over, and I always drag it to a snack because I don't want to confuse it with a meal. But now it's on there so that when you go to create your shopping list, it will show up in that list as well. So I hope you can see that planning is just the easiest thing possible. It is literally drop and drag. And in the previous video, we talked about how to find the recipes and pull them over. So this one shows you how once you have those recipes, it is the easiest thing to just simply pull these things over and plan out your menu so that you know what you're going to eat on which days, and it's right there for you.